True, I'm only part-time at the moment, but the 20 hours per week I put in are really well spent. I know I'm making a difference, and yet, I've never had this much trouble quitting a job before. Why can't I just hand in my 2 weeks' notice and say, see you around? Maybe part of me still longs for the chance to see where Charles and I could take our relationship, provided he's willing to ditch his annoying realtor girlfriend. Or maybe I don't want to leave Bethany behind when we've worked so hard to overcome our differences. It's also likely that I'm afraid of spending all day and all night at home with my crabby Tabby for company. Nan lives with us now, too, but Octo-Cat reserves all his whining just for me. I mean, I guess it makes sense, seeing as I'm the one who understands him. At the end of the day, life sometimes requires hard decisions. Historically, I'm not so great at making them. If I just give it a few more weeks, maybe the right answer will fall into my lap. Yeah, I like that idea. Until that happens, though, I'll just continue to wait and pray I get the courage to ask for what I really need. First, I'll have to make sure it's actually what I want, and then... Watch out, world! I'm Angie Russo, and I'm coming for you. I come bearing muffins, I cried as I bounded into the firm 10 minutes late that morning. I still had a hard time calculating my new commute, but I hoped that Nan's homemade baked goods would more than make up for my tardiness. Ahem. Somebody cleared his throat from the desk near the door. My desk. I whipped around so fast I fumbled my beautiful basket of muffins and dropped them straight onto the floor. All of Nan's hard work was ruined in an instant. It was a good thing she enjoyed baking so much, and probably already had another fresh batch ready and waiting at home. "Let me help you," the stranger said, rushing over to offer assistance I most definitely didn't need. I watched him from the corner of my eye, still refusing to acknowledge this interloper's presence. From what I could discern, he was tall and gangly, with white blonde hair and thick emo glasses. "Oh, good!" Bethany said, clasping her hands together as she strode toward us both with a smile. "You've met Peter." "Peter?" I asked with a frown, as the new guy stuck his hand out toward me in greeting. Looking at him straight on now, I saw he wore his dress shirt open with a T-shirt underneath that read, "Awake? Yes. Ready to do this? Ha ha ha." Charming. The disturbing top half was paired with wrinkly cargo khakis on bottom. Fulton and Thompson never would have let this fly in their days. Yeah, I knew the firm was mostly better off without them, but still, couldn't we at least try to look like professionals here? "You're Angie, right?" Peter asked, grabbing one of the muffins that had touched the floor and shoving it into his mouth with wide eyes. "Mmm," he said, pointing at it. "So good." I disliked this guy more and more by the moment, but Bethany seemed so excited to introduce us that I forced a smile and shook his hand, despite my better judgment. "Peter's our new intern," she explained. "He's going to help you manage your workload." "I don't need help managing my workload," I shot back, recoiling from Peter's grasp when he wouldn't let my hand go after the normal, polite period of time for a greeting. Bethany frowned. "Not exactly true. It's been harder for all of us since you switched to part-time. But it's okay, because Peter is the perfect person to step in and smooth things out." Yeah, me going part-time was the problem, and not the revolving door of partners we'd seen so far this year. "What exactly are his qualifications?" I asked, regarding him coldly. Peter popped the remains of that precious blueberry muffin into his mouth and mumbled, "I'm her cousin, and I work for minimum wage." Bethany shot him a dirty look, finally showing me that he bugged her, too. That at least made me feel a little better about this. "Really, Peter, you need to stop being so liberal about sharing your salary." "Sorry," he muttered.